Hello and welcome to today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. I am Inkem Agonwa. Core members are deployed across the Federation to contribute meaningfully to the growth and development of their host communities. While serving in the communities, they depend on the community members to help them settle in and adjust into the community way of life. Today, we speak to His Royal Majesty, Oba Adetong Aremu Gbadebo, the Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland, as he highlights the impact of the NYSC and core members in Egbaland. Come with us.
Name Egba means those who accept people, who take in people. Egba Sile, bring them in. And so naturally we are very hospitable people. So when anybody is posted to Egba, and not just NYSC, prison staff, police, customs, P&T, when they retire, they remain in Egbaland. They build their houses here and they live here. There had never been any intra-ethnic struggle among the people who live with us in Egbaland. So NYSC people are not different. We welcome them as our own children. And this has been happening from 1973, when the scheme was started, till now.
Oba Gbadebo lauds the NYSC for its efforts in ensuring national integration.
The greatest thing that ever happened to the integration of Nigerians under General Gawan. And the scheme is still doing very well till now. It takes people from their own home state to other states. It enables them to appreciate the culture of other people, to to have a sense of belonging wherever they are, and to respect the culture of the other people that they are living among. It's a very great scheme, and forever we will be grateful to General Yakubu Gawan, who started it.
He commends the NYSC for the introduction of the Skill Acquisition and Entrepreneurship Development Program as a catalyst for economic growth.
Scheme whereby you give them a kind of skill that they could use in setting up their own businesses is very great. Whenever they come before me, I ask what you learned during your entrepreneurial, training. Do that thing that makes you happy, that you enjoy doing. You don't have to wait to be employed by government. No, government cannot employ everybody. So it's a great scheme. You should keep it going. Let everybody know that it cannot be totally useless. There's nobody that God has created that hasn't got a particular, talent. It is discovering that talent and applying it to make yourself independent, so you don't beg for food or for money. So this is a good thing you are doing with youth corpers, giving them additional skill with which they can set themselves up when they finish with NYSC scheme.
The contribution of core members towards the felt needs of Egbaland is evident in the meaningful community development service project by core members in the community.
I visited one at Ashero here, at the remand home. A young lady who served there some years ago built a hall for them there. Another one built the fence. They used to have chain link fence. Put a wall, proper wall around the place. And there are so many things that people can do in many places. And when they look at the presidential award awaiting them, they want to do something to leave, a legacy behind at the place where they had done the 1 year youth corps, attachment. So you should keep it up, increase the prize that you give them, presidential prize, so that more people will be interested in, doing something for the community that, has accepted them and where they had lived for a year.
In his final words, Oba Badebo has some words of advice.
I will advise the parents to bring up their children properly. When a child knows that he cannot tell lie, that he has been brought up to hate lying, he will not just pick up his telephone and begin to disseminate wrong information all over the place. Some people, even on television, during the NSAS, they showed what happened during Abacha and Nadeko as if it was just happening. That's at television station level. So too many people lie and they get away with lying. So we should stand by the truth at all times. And then you ask yourself, if this lie gets out, whose interest am I serving? Am I bringing peace to the people or am I creating chaos? You should ask yourself. Nigeria serves, Nigeria we
serve. Indeed, honesty, integrity, and uprightness are some of the core values of the NYSC. Core members are encouraged to be model citizens wherever they find themselves and worthy ambassadors of the scheme. Our next story is on Yusuf Yahaya, a graduate of Ahmadu Bello University who was deployed to Jos, Plateau State for his service year. Specifically, he was posted to Plateau State Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development for his primary assignment. During his service year, he keyed into the in-camp SAED training on fish farming and thereafter continued the training post-camp. He became knowledgeable in fish farming and became a trainer himself and transferred his knowledge on fish farming to the community members. Today, he is the CEO of Y Aqua Life Integrated Systems, a fish farming and production company located at Fish Village, Jos, in Plateau State. Let us meet Yusuf.
My name is Yusuf Yahaya. I serve here in Plateau State, in the Plateau, in Jos, precisely at Panyan Fish Farm. Here is my wall, Fish Village. You're welcome. Let's take a roll. You can see these are their ponds, but they are plastic ponds. And basically what we do here is fish breeding, and we use high-tech in our production. You see this water is looking dirty, but it's not dirty. We culture zooplanktons and phytoplanktons. That is dogweed. And in this department here, this is where we process fish for packaging. We process catfish, tilapia fish, and croaker fish. And as you can see, down there we have culture water. We have algae, culture water there. It's for our fish production, the hatchery. We have some small fish here for demonstration anyway. This is what we keep for, I think, some of our products that we have in Fish Village. This is a hatchery. Basically what we do here, we incubate the fish eggs to give us baby fish. But we call them fish fingerlings, juveniles and jumbo. So most of the fish that farmers are rearing comes from here. The weather here in Plateau State is actually a challenging in production of fish. So these facilities, we design it only for this environment. But outside this environment, you can use anything different. But here in the Plateau, you need to control the temperature, which is our challenge here. That's why we have the control room here. All the heaters that warm this water, they are being controlled from inside. We control the water here, water flow through, and we are using two systems here. We are using recirculatory system, we are using flow through system. And we also use stagnant system in our breeding, just to maintain the temperature. So all these are incubators. I graduated 2015 and from Ahmadu University's area. I'm being posted here to serve in the Plateau as a youth corper. And then I did my NYSC with the Plateau State Ministry of Agri and Rural Development under Fisheries Department. So they took me to Panyan Fish Farm to be one of their technical staff there. So I stay in the farm and I assist in the production of fish in the farm. When I just came to NYSC, I never knew that there would be a program called SAED. So I joined the Agro Ally. SAED really, let's say, encouraged me to keep the entrepreneurship spirit moving. After the camp training, so they told us that you can also attend post-camp training. So, but I already have the skills and the knowledge. So what my passion is to train more people. I'm a member of NYSC band, so I enjoy playing drums. So in my CDS drum members, like the crew, I also train some of them to be fish farmers. I also organize training and seminars for people that are into fish farming, especially the COP members. And I think towards the ending of my service, I organize seminars which is funded by the Plateau State government to empower the community, the community where I serve. So the government paid for the training, and then some community leaders too, they pay for for the training for those people in the community. And I think we also try to source funds from other stakeholders which they sponsor the project. YY Aqualife Integrated Systems, and basically the evolution of that company starts during my service year with my 18.5, because that was the money they paid me, 18.5, and it was like, okay, what are you going to use the money for? And I said to myself, the budget is I need to register a company. Then I went to Corporate Affairs Commission. I make some inquiries, and I made, with my transport, everything, it was around 15,000. With some, is it 900, 800? So I rolled the 18,000, and I did registration with it, which is 15,000 something with my transport back to the farm, to Panya. So like after a week, I received a call from them. I should come and collect my certificate. It's ready. So that is how. Then I called my mom. I told her that I want to start a business. I've already started, and I want her to be my first founder. So I can still remember she gave me 50,000 naira, and that 50,000 naira in my kitchen. That is in the room they gave me. There is a kitchen that I'm not using. So I converted it to be a fish hatchery. So that is how this vision starts. And I think I do 3 breeding there. So from that, when we finished NYSC, then I went back to Kaduna Business School, but I still feel like I need to come back to Jos. So coming back to Jos, then I redesigned the fish hatchery again. And then people are making order of fish, I'm supplying them. So I'm saving money, still investing in the business. Then I got one shop. Then from that one shop, I'm still doing what I'm doing. So I redesigned the hatchery again. Part of it was hatchery, part of it was like an office where people can pick their fish when they make order. Then from one shop, I moved to 2 shops. So from 2 shops, now I'm having 3 shops. So that is the evolution. And then, as you can see, the farm is growing. And apart from the selling of the fish breeding that we are doing, we also organize training and seminars for newbies, those that want to engage into fish farming and they don't have the technical skills, which is the basic. So we organize training and seminars for them.
A friend introduced me to YY, that fish village. So he said, this guy is very good, and he actually served in Panyam, where I'm coming from. So I was like, okay, let me give it a try. So, but I wanted something different. I didn't actually come here for the hatchery part, I wanted learning packaging and processing. So I wanted it to be a little bit different from what people knew in Jos. So when I came here, I picked interest in packaging and processing. From packaging and processing, I learned a lot because he was really a good teacher. So I was able to learn a lot. And one thing is that when you're interested in something, you find it very easy to learn. So when I learned, he requested that I remain to work with them. So I agreed. So now I'm here.
The scheme NYSC really it's like a pathway, like, okay, this is not my plan, but since I have to go through it, so the NYSC it's a pathway for me, it dreams me to be where I am now. And where I am, because if there is no NYSC, actually maybe I will not be here. Yes, I will not be here, and the business will not be here because it will be a different thing. Yes. When I'm speaking about fish farming, a lot of people get interest about it. And I think I organized a training in the NYSC for the staffs that time. And some of the staffs that are interested called me to construct a fish farm for them and to manage it for them, which I did. And up to today, I do fish farm design and construction. NYSC actually is it's mind blowing anyway, because I always talk about NYSC anywhere I go, and the staffs they are good, and there's no any program that I will do I will not invite NYSC. Nigeria's us, Nigeria we
serve. That was amazing. It's also inspiring to see the ripple effect of the SAED program and the value chain associated with it. Yusuf, we hope you send down some nicely harvested fishes. We move on to Ugboja Felix Onu, an ex-corps member who served in Abeokuta in Ogun State back in 2016. He constructed a borehole for the people of Olorunshogo Oke community. Prior to his intervention, the people had suffered from the lack of water for 9 years. The borehole saves the community members the stress of walking long kilometers in search of water. Let us go to the community and hear from the people.
This project is a manifestation of the establishment of NYSC to mobilize the youth to go outside their own state of origin and interact with other people, know them, get familiar with them, and it becomes more educated and enlightened about Nigeria as a whole, and take part in activities within that community, help them as much as possible. I think that was what Mr. Onu, that young man, what he did for us in the Olorunshogo Oke community. As a matter of fact, he provided a facility which was highly needed in this community, because since about 8 or 9 years, water did not run in this community.
We are grateful that Mr. Onu brought this project to us. He introduced himself and said if we want the community to help. So we started they asked the community members to contribute, and they locate where the borehole is situated here. There is no constant electricity. The community bought a generator with which we pump the machine, and then we employ a lady, pay her monthly, so that she is in charge of the water. And the water is not meant for our community alone. Some people come from other communities. We allow them to fetch water here.
We all appreciated him when he brought it to us, and we all gathered together and support him throughout his something until we finish it. So since that time, we have been using it. Mr. Ono is an Igbo man, and we all appreciate him. And we are so close that nobody can know whether he's even a Yoruba or any other tribe. So we take him as our son, and he did a lot for us.
On behalf of women around this community, first and foremost, we really appreciate the efforts and the initiative of our community leaders and the Mr. Ono, because it reduces our stress. And I want the other coppers from other states to emulate this type of project in their community posted to 24/7. Our water is available, because as you know that water is essential to life. We cannot do without water in a day. So we really appreciate Mr. Ono. I pray for him that the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ will be with him and his family. We succeed in life. He will excel in life.
Nigeria serves, Nigeria we serve.
It has been 5 years since Felix Ono constructed the borehole, and it is still serving the people. The community members can't forget the impact of the NYSC through this particular CDS project, because the presence of the borehole is a constant, pleasant reminder that meets the core needs of the people. This is an integral part of the NYSC, and this is what the NYSC stands for: genuine care, putting smiles on the faces of community members, making communities better than we met it. And this is how it would always be, because this is what the NYSC represents. We would be right back.
The Director General and Management of the National Youth Service Corps wish to remind the general public of the provisions of the NYSC Act, which states in Section 13, subsection 1, that any person who fails to report for service in the Service Corps in the manner directed by the Directorate, or as the case may be, prescribed pursuant to the provisions of this Act, or who refuses to make himself available for service for a period specified in subsection 2 of the Act, is guilty of an offense and liable on conviction to a fine or to imprisonment to a term of 12 months or both, fine and imprisonment. Subsection 2 states that any person who is not eligible to participate in the service year so participates or attempts to participate is guilty of an offense or having served in a service year and has been duly issued with a certificate of national service or certificate of exemption, as the case may be, is guilty of an offense and is liable upon conviction to a fine or imprisonment to a term of 2 years or both fine and imprisonment. All stakeholders, including core producing institutions, prospective core members, and guardians, should be guided in their conduct and desist from criminal practices in relation to the scheme. Thank you.
Welcome back. Thank you for investing your time with us on today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. We always love to hear from you. Please write to us today on the online handles displayed on your screens right now, and we will write back. Remember, the safety of core members in our communities is the responsibility of you and I. Until I see you next time, I am Nkem Agonwa. Stay safe.
The National Youth Service Corps, a call to service, a call to nationhood. Nigerian youths, stand up and embrace this clarion call. Wherever you are posted, accept it, embrace it. Do not harbor any fears, because your security is assured. Develop common ties with members of your host communities. You would discover that North, South, East and West, we are all brothers with common ties and a shared destiny as one nation. Do not lobby for preferential posting, for it is unpatriotic and illegal. Report at once to the orientation camp as soon as you are posted and contribute your quota to the overall development of our great nation, Nigeria. The National Youth Service Corps, building future leaders.